After checking out one of the areas to the north yesterday, I figured out a couple things last night. One, I missed out on the time frame to go to Gold and Silver Falls with the South Slough tomorrow. They ran out of space on their tour, but I figured I still wanted to come down to Coos Bay, so now I am at the Bluebill Trail, which is one of the many trails around here. This is on the north side of the river, but it's nice and quiet up here, and this is a pretty short trail, but I wanted to come and check it out. I think I'm gonna do this, maybe one or two other trails today, and then I'm hoping that it'll stay nice enough until sunset that I'll be able to head down by Cape Arago and actually go tide pooling again, since low tide is gonna be fairly low today and right around sunset, so we'll see how that goes. It's a nice, warm, sunny day, and the animals seem to be liking it. I just found a little garter snake creeping around in there. I can hear the tree frogs, but they always quiet down when I get too close, so I don't know if I'm ever going to see one close up. I'd love to go with a herpetology crew just to go and try and see them sometime, but I don't know if there's any groups that actually go out and do that around here. Maybe. I'll keep looking. This really is a beautiful little trail. It's the perfect time of year to do it because there's not a lot of bugs out. The sun's still pretty low in the sky even though it's noon. It catches the trees in a nice, pretty light. But yeah, it's a really short trail. It's like a mile and a quarter in length for the full loop. So I'll have to remember this whenever I head back down to Coos Bay. If I take a little extra time, I can stop by and do this. It's just so pretty. I think I'm about halfway done with the trail. Looks like there's this bridge that goes over here. There's that one way over there that I already crossed. So I'm gonna start heading back up this side. It's a really nice, neat little trail around this small, it says it's a lake. It's called Bluebill Lake, but I don't know. Looks more like a mostly stagnant river to me, but I'm no hydrologist, so. I think the best thing about this steep angle of lighting is that you can see all the different textures in the forest. Like there's the nice blooming canopy of the pine trees way up there, and down here there's the scrubby manzanita with its little circular leaves, and then on the ground there's the lichen and the mosses that kind of creep all over and into the sand. They all have their own individual texture and everything, their own individual color. Like this is like a sea foamy green. It probably barely even picks up on the camera, but it's just so pretty how it all just kind of blends together here. I finished the Bluebill Trail, and now I'm at Horsefall Beach, which I was actually thinking about camping at when I was coming out for my trip in Maine, or trip in July to go to Maine, but I ended up going to Eel Creek instead, which I liked. I don't know if it would have been any better or worse, but yeah, this opens up right onto the beach here. And then across the mouth of the inlet is where Cape Arago and Sunset Bay are all at down there. But up here it's just nice sandy beaches. There's a little bit of haze further down the beach, but you can see pretty far today. I wouldn't be surprised if the farthest point of land that I can see. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but just a nice little light blue sliver right above the water line. I wouldn't be surprised if that's right around Hasita Head, maybe even a little further up. But yeah, that's a long ways. I don't usually get to see that far out here. Can't see too far to the south because of Cape Arago, but still nice pretty day. I might head out to the viewpoint a little earlier just so I can try and whale watch before I go tide pooling. It's just a beautiful day, and the waves are just near shore here. I'm at Sunset Bay now, starting to tide pool. I do plan on going out to Cape Arago and checking out that one as well, but I figured I might as well stop here. There's a lot of sculpins in this section here. There's actually one who's kind of sitting still right next to that rock. He's just chilling there. He's probably gonna dart away. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, there's a few of them hanging out in here. They're really the only fish that ends up getting caught up in these tide pools. I think they come up here to breed, but don't quote me on that. I'll see what else I can find. Pretty big area to look. I'm not seeing too much aside from the usual right now, so I might start working my way back and head over towards the viewpoint, make sure I can get a parking spot before all that is taken up closer to sunset. Yeah, I can't even see any starfish. Oh, there's a couple starfish over there. I just saw one or two, but that's its own little section, and I'm trying my best to stick to the bare rocks like you're supposed to. So I don't want to be crushing millions of baby snails. It is pretty crazy that it's so warm today. I mean, I'm just in a long sleeve and pants, and I'm starting to sweat. People are out here playing in the waves and stuff. You'd have no idea that it's the middle of January. I think I just saw a whale spout out there. All right, well, I'm gonna head over to the Simpsons Reef viewpoint, get a better view. So I got some good footage on my phone of the whales. It's just too hard to do it on the GoPro. I can't hold it up to the good scope, and even holding it up to my little Nox doesn't work very well. It's just too hard to find them. But I did get good video on my phone, so I'll put that on here. But I'm gonna head down to the tide pool area. Not that section, that's over by the seals, but over there. I just gotta drop off my scope at the car. But hopefully I'll have about an hour to check out the tides down there. I'm down at this little beach now, which the lady at the top of the trailhead said is the ugliest beach in the world, and she wouldn't even recommend it, which has to be kind of reverse psychology to get less people to come here, because good Lord, is it beautiful here. But anyway, I'm currently looking through the tide pools. There's a couple sections over there. I've seen anemones and a few other things. Oh, it's a piece of driftwood. I was wondering what that was. It's pretty well packed with anemones and snails, hermit crabs, but haven't seen anything too exciting yet. There was one chitin that I found, but he was kind of hidden in the sand. Just a little one, not one of the big gumboot chitins that I've seen before. So I'm gonna try and check out this area in the sun, see if there's anything more going on here. I found the first starfish. Oh, there's a couple in here, I think, actually. So I think I'm on the right trail. I'll check out this area here. Looks pretty good. On this side, it's pretty hard to get out to the deeper tide pools without, one, stepping on the grassy areas, on the algae covered rocks, and also without crunching a bunch of snails. So I think I'm gonna head back over to the sandy area and see if there's more little pools tucked in over there that I didn't see. About a half hour before the tide starts to come back up, so just a couple more things that I'm gonna check out. I just saw a little, oh, there you are, a little star here. I'm sure there's a bunch more hiding on this section. Oh, is that an urchin tucked in there? It is, there's an urchin in there. Neat, I haven't seen any out here. Just all holed up in there. And there was another big star I saw somewhere over here. Oh, there he is. He's suctioned tightly to that rock. Oh, there's a couple in here. Starfish alley. Yeah, I was hoping to find a gumboot chitin, and I think I technically did, but it looked quite dead to me, so I didn't bother recording it. No bodies on my channel, but who knows, maybe I'll get lucky in the slower section and find one. Maybe, maybe not. No good spots to look at back over here. These are pretty dried up. The cliffs look gorgeous right now. I think I'm gonna head back to this section in the sun here and look around just a little bit longer, and then I'll start heading back up. Okay, I think I've seen about everything I can see here, at least for right now. Maybe I'll come back down at another time if the water line is gonna be lower. I think it's right around 0 feet right now. It's not in the negatives, but anyway, that'll be it for right now. I am gonna head back up. I'm gonna see if I can still see some of the whales from the viewpoint, but I don't know how much time between now and sunset it's gonna take me to get up there, and also how fast visibility far out on the water is gonna be. But regardless, glad I stopped here. Well, I made it in time. One of the things that I was noticing, since it's so clear to the south, I think that is 5 Mile Point. That area, it's a little bit closer, is Bandon and Oregon Rocks National Wildlife Refuge. maybe, but around Bandon. And that one way out there, I think that is Cape Blanco, which that's where I saw my first gray whale. That was one of the lighthouses that I would hang out at around Port Orford. So maybe, I can't tell exactly, but it looks about right to me.